Hey, welcome back. It's Monday, very foggy Monday. We're not in court this week, so that should be an opportunity to get ready for the next term of court. Of course, those trial court schedules are out months in advance, so give some people some time that are second, and third, and fourth down the roster to be preparing those cases for trial. And you can't be in court every week. If you are, you know, the Patriots and the Cowboys and the Packers, they don't play every day. They play, you know, once a week because there's got to be some practice going on. So that is our week to practice. Hopefully I can keep on everybody to be moving in a good direction. Now we are in court in family court. That's every week. And family court is where we prosecute juveniles. Juveniles do the same crimes that adults do. And sometimes juveniles do a crime that's bad enough that we have to waive them up to adult court. So I've said that on here before, but I want to go into a little bit more detail. The truth is we don't waive anybody. That's the judge. We are the prosecution, and we go forward and ask the judge to waive certain people up because we don't believe that juvenile court is sufficient for some crimes. We would never waive somebody up that you know, broke into a car or skipped school, or I shouldn't say never, but you know, those status offenses, it would be extreme for us to do something like that. But there are times that we say what would be best for this juvenile is to be treated as an adult. And the seriousness of the charge means that we've got to. So most of the time it's murder or something really bad, attempted murder maybe, kidnapping, those sort of things. And before you get too angry, again, it's not us, it's the judge that ultimately waives somebody up. And if we were trying to put somebody up for breaking into a car, the judge is going to say no. And we'll go into this Supreme Court case that really determines all of that. And it's called the Kent factors because it's Kent, K-E-N-T, versus the United States. This is a U.S. Supreme Court case from 1966, which basically tells the family court judge you got to look at 8 factors before you waive a kid up. What is the seriousness of the offense? Now, if it's a murder or attempted murder, yes, that's very serious. That's one of the Kent factors that should be easy for us to be able to prove. This is a serious offense. Whether the offense is violent, premeditated, and aggravated, you know, did the person put some thought into it, or is it a schoolhouse fight? You know, just punching that nobody come to school planning on doing it. Is it premeditated? Is it violent? Is it aggravated? That's number 2. Number 3, is it against people or property? Now, why do I say that? B&E Auto is against property. Shooting somebody or stabbing somebody is against a person, and persons are treated differently. You can say, Jimmy, I don't like that. Well, maybe I don't either, but what I keep trying to tell you in this video is it really doesn't matter what we like. It is what the legislature and what the Supreme Court has said the law of the land is. So I might not like cool weather, I might not like hot, but my liking is dictated by the weather. So the merit of the case, is the case a good case evidence-wise or a bad case? Is it got eyewitnesses? Has it got fingerprints, DNA? If it's a good case, it's going to be better for us. If it's a bad case, they're going to probably leave it in juvenile court. Are there co-defendants in this case, or is it just one person? Now, that's kind of neutral. It really doesn't matter, but it gives flavor to what's going on. And we've got to use that as one of the Kent factors. How about the juvenile himself? What is his mentality? Is he sophisticated? Is he mature? We got to be able to prove that he's higher on that level than lower. If he's lower, that's going to be better for him. What's his previous record? Is this his first time in court or his 50th time in court? All of it, if it's, multiple times, then it's better for us. And what are the prospects for adequate rehabilitation? So is the family court system, is the Department of Juvenile Justice good enough to get this kid up to where he can be rehabilitated? Overlying all of this stuff is in our court and adult court, it's beyond a reasonable doubt. Every standard in juvenile court is what is in the best interest of the juvenile. So there are times that a juvenile could be punished more harshly than an adult because the judge may determine this is in his best interest. There are times that would say, how do we fix this kid instead of how do we throw him away? That's what juvenile court is all about. I'm not saying that we don't even have the evidence yet in that case from last week. It was just a good talking point to talk about this week. We'll have to go through that evidence. We'll have to look at reports to determine how does this weigh out on all 8 of these factors. And if it weighs out and it's something that we want to go forward with, we'll present that evidence to a judge, and it'll ultimately be up to her or to him as to whether or not they treat that individual as an adult or continue to treat them as a juvenile. Have a great week. I hope that answers some of those questions.